Welcome to the Gospel Road. Isaiah 55 is what we're going to look at today. And we're talking about compassion. It says, the compassion of the Lord. And when you read this, and when you think about it, what compassion do you have? How deep is your compassion? What is your compassion for other people? Is your compassion kind of like when we've talked about unconditional love before and how we are to love one another? Where is your compassion for each other? How do you take care of one another? Especially if, they're another Christian. Someone who is a brother and sister with you in Christ. How are you taking care of them if they're going through a rough time? Isaiah 55. It says, "Come, everyone who thirsts, come to the waters. And he who has no money, come, buy and eat. Come, buy wine and milk, without money and without price. Why do you spend your money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which is does not satisfy? Listen diligently to me, and eat what is good, and delight yourselves in rich food. Incline your ear and come to me. Hear that your soul may live. And I will make you an everlasting covenant, my steadfast, sure love for David. Behold, I made him a witness to the peoples, and leader and commander for the people. Behold, you shall call a nation that you do not know, and a nation that did not know you shall run to you, because of the Lord your God and of the Holy One of Israel, for he has glorified you. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let him return to the Lord, that he may have compassion on him, and to our God, that he will abundantly pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than yours, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain and snow come down from heaven, and do not return there, but water the earth, making it bring forth and sprout, giving seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goes out of my mouth. It shall not return me empty, but it shall accomplish that which I purpose, and shall succeed in the thing for which I sent it. For you shall go out in peace, and be led forth you'll go out in joy, be led forth in peace. The mountains and the hills before you shall break forth into singing. And all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Instead of the thorn shall come up the cypress. Instead of the briar shall come up the myrtle. And it shall make a name for the Lord, an everlasting sign that shall not be cut off. Isaiah 55. So when you read this, you're kind of understanding the food for your spirit. I've talked about many times that we need to deal with ourselves healthy body, mind, and soul. Knowledge, learning, education. Keep growing. We have to grow as much as we can to keep our mind healthy, to keep our mind strong. We need to work on our bodies. We need to be healthy within our bodies, working out, exercising, eating right. And we also need to feed our soul. The Bible talks about being thirsty and wanting more and wanting to learn more. And with this, there's many ways to look at that compassion. So you've got the compassion of your soul that God is wanting to teach you. He's wanting to give you more knowledge. He's wanting you to understand. He's wanting you to know more. He's wanting you to know more about him. He's wanting to work on that one-on-one relationship. But also, we look at this, and it's the compassion about someone who is hungry. Someone who does not have money to eat, to do what they need to do. But then it also asks the questions, why are you spending money on things that do not satisfy you? Food. Why are you blowing your money on things that you don't need, that are unable to fulfill you? These are all questions that, number one, we have to ask ourselves. We have to think about that with our priorities and find out where we are, what we're doing, and where we're going. But then we also have to look at ourselves and see what we're doing and how we're taking care of others. You know, there are those that are doing the best they can, and no matter what they do, they're not gaining. They're not getting any farther. Yes, maybe there's been bad decisions made in their past, but they're trying to change that. You know, we also talk about forgiveness, and it talks about God pardoning. You know, as in verse 7, let him return to the Lord, that he may have compassion on him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. We hear about forgiveness and how God forgives us and how we need to forgive one another. Well, when someone has done something and they're trying to make that change, they're trying to do something better, and all we do is get in their way and hold them back because for whatever that reason being, they're not getting that opportunity. They're not getting that chance to move forward, to move up. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. Unfortunately, we're in this world that whatever your past is, it's going to be held against you. No matter how hard you prove yourself, no matter how hard you say, I am not who I was, I'm a different person, that opportunity does not always arise. Now, there's times that it can, and there's for people that it has. And sometimes they've really had to step out and figure out how to be creative to make that work, which takes a lot of willpower. Not everybody has that. Not everybody has that support that is surrounded around them that gives them the encouragement to make those steps, that builds them up to say, hey, you're not who you were and you can do so much more. I'm here to pick you up and to help you move forward. I've made a lot of crazy decisions in my life, which has put me in a very unique decision that many do not understand. So I know what it's like. And I know what it's like needing to have that willpower. I also know what it's like where there's days that it just isn't enough. And you feel like you're just beating your head into the wall trying to figure out how you're going to make it work. And there's times that you get in your own way. There's times that other things get in your way. Obstacles can come from many areas, and you don't always know where they're going to come from. But you need to try and keep moving forward. You need to try and keep pressing forward. You need to try and keep moving towards where you want to be, where you need to be. Isaiah 55 is where we were looking at today. So read that. What is it that is being taught to you? Look at in yourself, and where is your compassion level? Where is your love level for one another? Thank you for listening to The Gospel Road. Have a great day. God bless.